All right, welcome to the Jet Experience. Today, I am on a very rare solo trip to Disneyland. The family's off in Palm Springs for the weekend. I was in the area, decided to jump on over and see what kind of trouble I can get into all by myself. So what we're doing today is we're just going through, and I've done a video kind of like this before, but we're looking at things that Disneyland has that Walt Disney World does not. Now, of course, already just off the top of the head, there's many things. So I can't touch on all of them, but I'll touch on some of the things that we kind of like the best. And then as always, if there's anything that you like or that you know about that I didn't mention that I should have, let us know in the comments below and join me on this experience. All right, so the very first thing we're going to talk about today is probably one of the biggest things, is Cars Land. Obviously, it's only here at Disneyland California Adventure. And I don't even know where to start with this. There's too much to talk about because it's an entire land. And what I really like about this one is, unlike a lot of the other areas on the Disneyland side, such as, Fantasyland and Adventureland, is this one is basically created directly from a movie. And it really makes you feel like you have just stepped into, the streets of Radiator Springs. They spared no expense with the detail and really made every little thing feel like you are truly a visitor in this town. One of my personal favorite spots in Cars Land is Flo's Cafe. It has really good food, to include, of course, the vegetarian food that we eat. I believe right now it's an Impossible Burger, but it's always good food, and it really feels and tastes like, kind of like Old Town diner food. And then, of course, we're making our way down towards the end of it, where Radiator Springs Racers is. I did look, it's about an hour wait, but since I'm all alone, I'm going to take advantage of it and jump the single rider line and hopefully get through very quickly.
Feeling a lot of love, man.
Probably just a bad spark plug, hippie.
Welcome to Race Day
at Radiator Springs.
A champion needs speed
And style.
Luigi, give our friend your best.
It takes more than new tires to win a race.
I'm your new crew chief.
I'll tell you, it's hit hard.
Uno for the money. You went on the show. The right to get the ready and the clock. Here we go.
Last thing I just wanted to mention real quick before I head over to the Disneyland side, and I don't even want to go in because I will get sucked into this area for hours, is you can obviously hear the music. It's Avengers Campus. This is the newest area in Disneyland to open, only really just a year ago, and it's really exciting in here. They repurposed, of course, that ride you can see off in the distance, Guardians of the Galaxy Mission Breakout, into the world when they got rid of the Bugs Life area and then built Avengers Campus. So if you have not had a chance to check this area out yet, you can only see it at Disneyland. So make sure to stop in here when you visit. The very first thing on the Disneyland side that I want to talk about is not Goofy posing in front of the fire station with people, but right above it, there's a little apartment above here. And if you're a casual Disney visitor, you may not understand the history or know about the significance of this, but it is actually an apartment that Walt himself built here on site during construction in the mid-50s to basically be able to stay on site and be right here to be able to answer any questions. Or any issues that came up. Now, I'm trying to get a good angle for it, but it's also bright out. But right inside the very front window, right here, there is a lamp in there. And that is always kept on as a significant reminder of the man that Walt was. So with that, we'll make our way on into the park and check out some other Disneyland exclusive items. So this is where the fun part for me really begins, is because everything left on my personal list that's located on this side are rides. So some are rides I ride often, some are rides I've actually never ridden. So I'm making my way there. I don't know what order I'm going to hit them in. There's no particular order. It's just going to be off the cuff or first one I come to. But they're all super exciting and I can't wait to ride them all. So I made my first choice and we are looking at it. This is a great view of it. So this is Matterhorn. And because of its height and its size, it's probably often the first thing you actually see when you're approaching Disneyland. So a little bit of background of this. So it opened in 1959. And it's been through a variety of changes kind of throughout the years, different things that have gone through it, and just the ride itself. It's a fast-moving, exciting ride. It's got great views of the park from above. For obvious reasons, it's been a favorite in the park for many, many decades. So make sure when you're on this ride that you glide through the icy mountain and watch out for the abominable snowman. And of course, despite advertising a 60-minute wait, Matterhorn also has a single rider line, which I am hopping in right now. Alright, so since we're right over near Matterhorn, I'll come over to Fantasyland. Now, I've always felt that Disneyland kind of feels like a darker version of Disney World. And so over here, there are 4 dark rides, all behind Sleeping Beauty's castle. Only one of which can be found at Walt Disney World. So the 3 I'm talking about over here that are unique to this park is over here, is Snow White's Enchanted Wish, Pinocchio's Daring Journey, and then behind me, which I'm going to get in line for first, is Mr. Toad's Wild Ride. So on Mr. Toad's Wild Ride, why not take an actual ride through actual hell on a ride at Disneyland? So actually we'll come back to Mr. Toad because it's down right now. So we'll come over to Pinocchio's Daring Journey. It's a little more mild than the other 2, but it's the shorter line of the 2 right now. So we're going to get in line here and check this one out.
Hi, diddly dum, an actor's life is fun. With Wilson, fine and sharp and Watson, so the
Now, you are working for me.
Hey, this way!
It's all great. So you enjoy being bad. Shut the doors and lock them tight.
Mama!
I want to go home. I want to go home.
All right, so right after I got off Pinocchio, Mr. Toad was back open, so we are in line.
Guilty! Thank you, that is all!
And last now is Snow White.
Now to take care of Snow White. Magic mirror on the wall. With this disguise, I'll fool them all. A special gift for Snow White.
Okay, so up next, kind of out of necessity, is Storybook Land Canal Boats. This is kind of like, it's a low throw ride, kind of like it's a small world. You can see the gondola boats coming now. And this goes through like a guided tour of many actual Disney classics, kind of through like a small little figurine areas. Now, I've actually never been on this ride. I just see it all the time. And this boat ride actually goes under another Disneyland-only attraction, which is Casey Jr.'s Circus Train. So I want to get on this ride before it gets too dark. So let's go get in the 30-minute line.
Hello and welcome to Storybook Land. My name is Hannah. I will be your captain and storyteller today. For your safety, please remain seated, keeping your hands, arms, feet, and legs inside at all times. Expected turns today. Now I know it looks like we are being swallowed by Monster of the Whale, the very same whale who swallowed Pinocchio. He is actually transporting us to a very, very magical place called Storybook Land. As with most stories, ours begins with once upon a time, and in this case, a big bad wolf who's always chasing those three little pigs. And just around the river bend, we come up on a quaint English village, the home of Alice, where she chased the white rabbit into his rabbit hole. They fell down, down, down into Wonderland, and things only got curiouser and curiouser from there. On their way to Neverland, where they would never ever have to grow up. These beautiful archways just above our heads are where love first blooms, like it did for Jasmine and Aladdin as they flew their magic carpet over, sideways, and under, and into a whole new world. Legend has it that if we make a wish inside the cave, it might just come true. So why don't we all try making a wish as we enter the cave? All of these flowers, trees, and plants here at Storybook Land are entirely real, and they are kept miniature with the help of Tinkerbell's pixie dust. We can see Mr. Toad's manor just up ahead. Unfortunately, it looks like he is not home right now, as Mr. Toad is out on a wild ride to nowhere in particular. And last but certainly not least, we have stories like that of Ariel, who wished that she could be a part of our world. She was granted that wish when she met Prince Eric. They fell in love and are living happily ever after in this beautiful castle to our right. But because for some people life is better under the sea, we can see her old home of Atlantica, just under that waterfall, where her father King Triton is living with her best friends, Flounder and Sebastian.
All right, so the last ride on my list for the Disneyland side, I'm at the queue now, is Indiana Jones Temple of the Forbidden Eye. True Indiana Jones fans will really love this ride, not just the ride, but the queue itself is basically, it's as exciting to a true fan. Like there's so much detail, little hidden things throughout the queue just to enjoy that you really have to pay attention and look for all the little things you can see and do. And then additionally with this ride is it mirrors Dinosaur at Walt Disney World Animal Kingdom, where it's basically the same track and the same blueprint, and then the ride vehicles are also the same. So it's a long line already, so I'm gonna go jump in line and go enjoy the last ride of the night.
My friend, the French may be needing a little adjustment, but easy on the nerves.
The treasure of Mara. Glittering gold. It is yours. Your path now.
Snakes. You guys are on your own.
Tourists. Why did it have to be tourists?
All right, now that I am back over by Walt's apartment at night, you can clearly see the light on in the window, which again, just amazing what it stands for. All right, well that wraps up this video and just a few of the many things that are exclusive to Disneyland and California Adventure that are not found in Walt Disney World. Again, if there's anything that you would have liked to have seen on the list or that you know of that maybe is unique that maybe not a lot of people know about, make sure to let us know in the comments below. And so we hope you liked this video. If so, please give us that thumbs up and consider subscribing to the channel. As always, please be kind and be real and join us on our next experience.